Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Fatty Ghost, and in today's video, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about how to start your FIFA Ultimate Team for FIFA 21, the upcoming season. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some tips and strategies, easy things that regardless of what level you are, you can follow. This is not some advanced trading video. Easy things we all can do to maybe not ensure but definitely give ourselves a good chance to have a good start and hopefully a good year ahead. If you guys like the content, please like and subscribe. Let's not waste any time, let's get to it. By the way, sorry guys if I sound a bit down. I haven't been feeling too well, but the web app is coming today, so I thought I'll quickly knock this video out for you guys before the web app comes out. So yeah guys, so the first thing we gotta look at is the web app. I'm sure most of you guys know what it is. In case you don't know, basically every year around 10 days before the game comes out, EA release the web app on which from your device or your computer you can access the transfer market, your squad, SBCs, things like that. This is our first interaction with the game, at least for most of us. Maybe if you have some links with EA, you get the game early, but for pretty much the majority of the population, this is our first access to like some part of the game. Now EA do give you some free packs at the beginning, and I think there's like daily rewards if you log in every day, things like that. Now when it comes to the web app guys, one thing that we all have to do, I'm gonna be giving you some alternate strategies later depending on what you want to do, but one thing we all have to do is SBCs guys. You're gonna get some starter cards, things like that, and then you might have a bunch of these bronze and silvers, which you're gonna have to do the upgrade SBCs to make them gold, which honestly guys, it is a bit of a grind, but it doesn't require too much brain power. So all of you guys that in school and college you have those online classes, just open up a tab and get to work. But yeah guys, basically do the SBCs, and most likely until you pack someone decent, you're gonna have to probably sell those players on, get the money to do the next SBC. You're not gonna be able to complete all the SBCs, I'm pretty sure, just because some of them require loyalty and things like that, but the ideal goal is try to complete as many advanced SBCs as possible. Why do I say this guys? Look, off the rip, EA is not gonna be handing you guys out money, so the only way we can do this is to get free packs. How do we get free packs? Through SBCs. And it's so important to have packs at this point of the game, because guys, pretty much I'd say most cards have some value as compared to later in the game where lower rated cards won't have that much value. Right now, if you get a 78 rated but he's got some pace, maybe some dribble, things like that, you could get some decent coins for him. So it's very, very important we try to get as much money as possible. Now once you guys have done those packs, you've got your cards, let's say maybe you're not happy with all your cards, so you sell them, you sell all the other things, you get the chemistry cells, kits, whatever you want, you sell all those things, and now you have some coins. For some it might be 10k, for some it might be 50k. That's gonna impact a lot on what strategy you take. But now I'm gonna give you guys a list of strategies that you guys can do depending on how comfortable you feel, how much you want to grind, things like that. I'm going to tell you some of the pros and cons, things like that. So let's get to it. So to start off with, the first thing you can do is just regular investment in players. So go find a meta player who you think is going to be meta, which is not too hard to do. Most of the time it's going to be just a guy with a lot of pace, maybe some dribble. The more well-rounded they are, the more expensive they're going to be. So go out there, look at the market. At a time like this, early, before even the game comes out, it's a good chance you can get deals, because sometimes people just want to get rid of their players because they want to do SBCs or whatever. So sometimes you can actually get some really good deals before the game comes out. So that's for you to decide who you think is a good investment. Of course, a lot of players automatically go towards the real meta players, the attacking players, things like that. But I think if you want to capitalize, maybe think outside the box a bit. Look at maybe a left back or right back who's pretty meta but maybe doesn't play for the most popular league. You know, let's say someone like Roussillon, you know, he plays in the Bundesliga. He's a left back, but he's French, you know, so he's from a good nation. Good nation in sense of like FIFA. Like, I'm not saying this is good and bad nation, but just in terms of FIFA, what's a popular nation? You know, there are some French players that help link things like that. So, you know, think outside the box a bit to, you know, sort of have your advantage. But yeah, so one strategy is just basic trading. One thing is you could just invest in a couple players. Another would be that, you know, on a daily basis you can sort of like buy some players, see, you know, if you like the value, maybe sell them, get another player. But yeah, this is something that a lot of people do. It can be entertaining, but you can also just like chill out, you know, just buy these players, wait till the game comes out, boom, sell them, and then you get your chunk of coins. Most likely, like if they're meta players, by the time the game comes out, they should double, maybe even like triple in price. And you guys can actually go on Footbin, check out like cards from last year, see how much they rose, so you know, maybe just get a better idea, you know, again depending on how much research you want to do. For the most part, guys, whoever you buy like now, most likely like 99% of the time they're gonna go up in value once the game comes out. Now that's strategy number one. Strategy number two is building your starter team. Now let's say you have 10k coins, right? You can maybe identify a starter team for yourself and then say, you know what, I'm gonna go buy this team right now. So why would someone do that? One thing is, like I said, players are gonna be cheaper now. So, you know, if you have this team now, you know, once the full game comes out or like a couple of days pass, you know, when the game's been out, the value of this team is gonna go more. So the advantage you have is, as soon as you get your hands on the game, you can just, you know, start playing, start grinding. And then, you know, once you know, maybe have made some money off of, you know, playing those games, things like that, you can sell this team and you're not going to lose money. In fact, you're probably going to like double your money. You know, a team, if you make like right now for 10k, probably worth at least 20, maybe even 30k once the game is out. So, you know, it's a good time. The thing with this is it's chill, you know, it's easy. And the good thing is you make the starter team as soon as, you know, you get your hands on the game, boom, you know, you can start playing. You don't have to grind. Like a decent team is gonna cost you when the game comes out, like even if you have like the, you know, the pre-ordered versions and stuff, it's gonna cost you at least 15G, something usable, right? To get that kind of money with coin boosts and things like that, it's gonna take you like 15 games, you know, at least. So that's why I would recommend, you know, this can be one strategy. If you don't want to put in too much effort, make the quick starter team. As soon as the game comes out, grind maybe for 4 or 5 days, and then, you know, just you can sell those players and then try to make like a better team. So that's strategy number 2. Strategy number 3, guys, is one that again, if I get some, you know, decent packs like from the SBCs, if I, you know, get some decent players, that this is what I'm gonna employ. This is what I did last year. So basically what I'd recommend is make like a decent-ish, you know, squad. Not like a complete starter squad, but a squad that you say, you know what, I can go into the weekend league with this team, right? And identify the cornerstone player for your franchise. So I'll give you an example just so, you know, you guys understand it better. So last year I was looking at the players and stuff. I came across Moura. And I was like, okay, so he's a central player who has a lot of pace, you know. As you guys know, there's not a lot of strikers and central players with a lot of pace, at least at the start, right? And, you know, that are like decent value, not like the 87, 88 rated, you know, like Aubameyang and stuff. So I saw this card, I'm like, okay, it's good dribble, good pace. And Tottenham was in the last year's demo, so I'd used him and I was like, yo, this guy's actually pretty nice. And I had this Brazilian squad like mapped out. So I was like, you know what? Before the game comes out, let me just grind to whatever 20-30 grand and then I'll buy this guy. So I know that I have this, you know, I have this big time player on my squad at the start of the game. So why should you do this? The thing is, once you have that one big name player, you know, that can really have an impact on your attack, you know, once you start the game, you, as you play, you know, you can just like start filling those gaps, you know, get in a left back, get in a center back, things like that. But you have this one high level player. So when you're going up against other people, let's say you guys are the same level, but because you have that, you know, one player that's a big difference maker, you know, most likely you'll win. And I remember I was doing that like last year. I had Lucas Moura early, and I'd like play against these guys who had like these really slow defenders and stuff. And I was absolutely burning them. So it can be different for you. Maybe it's a Marcus Rashford, a Martial, whoever. But identify that cornerstone piece, buy him outright at first, because the thing is, these guys, the 83 to 85 rated, these meta players, once the game comes out, they're gonna go up a lot in value. I remember like Lucas Moura last year, I think like before the game came out, he might have been in the 20s if I'm not wrong. And as the days went by, he kept on going up and up. And I think by the time the first weekend league came around, he was like above 70k. So guys, like these meta players definitely go up in value. So I highly recommend get that one guy, identify that one player that you feel like what, he's gonna make an impact on my team. I'm gonna buy him, build around him. And once you have that guy, once the game comes out, you can start grinding things like that. And about a week, 10 days in, when it's time for weekend league, you can have a decent team to start with, which is again it's a good advantage to have, because you perform well in the weekend league, the better your odds are. Like, I mean, you get better packs, you can pack Kylian Mbappe from even a basic pack, but it just like improves your odds, and it's just fun. Like, it's fun having like some OP players when you're coming up against some trash defenders, So that is strategy number 3. That's the one I'm most likely gonna do for myself. I have identified a player that I don't want to share right now. But again, that also highly depends on what I get in my packs. If I get nothing, then I'll have to do something else. Now, strategy number 4, guys, and this is something I've also done in the past, is kits and chemistry stuff. I don't think I've done chemistry stuff before, but I have done kits. So I'll start off with chemistry styles first. I mean, you guys know what the meta stuff is. I would definitely say the shadows and hunters are the two you want to look out for. Now at the beginning of like when the web app comes out, of course no one's playing games, so there's no demand at that time, at least not much, for those chemistry styles. Of course there's gonna be other guys who trade and stuff also, so they're gonna be probably getting the price up for that. But if you guys can get hunters and shadows, let's say for 1500, 2k, even 3k maybe, once the game comes around, once weekend league comes around, you guys will easily double that money. So that's also a good way of making money. You also gotta look, like, see if you can get some deals on those. Try to look at, I mean, once the game comes out, guys, like last year, how much? Okay, I think they were going for around 8k. I think like hunters and shadows, they're going for like 7k, 8k maybe. So consider that. Another thing is kits, guys. Now kits is a very good way of making money, guys, trust me. I would say look at the really like popular teams, the Liverpools, Uniteds, Arsenal, Real Madrid, Barcelona, teams like that, right? And also like figure out for yourself what you think is nice. Maybe there's a wavy third kit, something like that. Look at kits that you think are going to be popular. Good thing about that is you can get in really cheap and actually make really good profits. Let's say you get a player, and let's say you get a player for 5k, and when the game comes out he goes for 10k. You're making 200% of the guy's value. Whereas with kits, you can maybe get a kit for 150, 200 and easily sell it for 1,000, maybe like even like 1,200, 1,800. So that multiple, I mean, you're making maybe like 4, 5, 6 times the money that you put in. So kits are a good way to invest, and it's just easy. You buy a bunch of them, chill out, and then once the game comes out, you do your thing. One thing about kits though, guys, is that they go up in value, I'd say around the weekend league, or once the first weekend league rewards come out, because I think initially everyone just emphasizes keeping all the coins for players, and then once they sort of have like a decent team, then they're like, all right, I'm a Arsenal supporter, let me get the away kit. I'm a Man United supporter, let me get that trash third kit. Things like that. So I'd say one con with maybe trading in kits is it might take some time. So it's up to you. That's a call. Maybe you just like make like a 10,000 coin investment. Once that comes out, you cash out, and at that time, maybe let's say you make 40k off of it, and you can buy a player. Up to you. So these are the things, guys. These are the chill things, not too advanced things, chill things that we can do in the web app. Now I'm gonna move on to EA Play. I mean, it was known as EA Access until recently, but they changed it to EA Play. So what is EA Play? Like, what are the benefits you get? One thing, guys, for sure, I highly recommend everyone to get EA Play, especially if you're gonna order the game online and not like buy the physical disc. Reason being, if you get this, you're gonna get a discount on the game, so it's gonna sort of cancel out the $5 you have to pay for. You pay $5 for this, you get a 10% discount on all the FIFA. So on the regular edition, like I think, yeah, you get like $6 off. The other one you get like it's $80 or $8 off, $10 off, like the most expensive edition. So really, it ends, I mean, of course, you're only making like $1 or $2, $3 profit, but it's just like it pays for itself basically, and it's just like you can get it for a month, it's fine. You don't have to get like a 12-month membership or anything like that. Get it for a month. The real benefit, guys, of this is that you get 10 hours of gameplay. I believe for this FIFA it starts on October 1st. So on October 1st, which is what, like 8 days before the game comes out, at least like the regular edition, which is coming out on the 9th, 8 days before the game comes out, you're gonna have 10 hours of access, guys. And that is huge, guys. I cannot tell you, that's a lot of time to grind, do many things, which I'm gonna get into. So guys, I highly recommend you guys get this. It's a big advantage to have. Now, what should you guys do once you get this? Once you get that early access, the 10-hour game, 10 hours of gameplay, I highly recommend. So let me just like pull out my calendar real quick, just to give you guys an idea. So as you can see, so the first is a Thursday, and I think it might come like Thursday evening UK. So let's say for a lot of people it's like on Friday the 2nd, right? Now squad battle rewards, at least for since last year, it was like coming out on like Monday morning, Sunday like midnight UK, I believe. So what this does is, if you get the 10 hours of access, you can just grind squad battles real quick, and because not many people are playing, and I've done this in the past, guys, because not many people are playing, guys, easily you can grind to like Elite 1, Elite 2 easily, because there's just not that many people playing, right? What makes the points required like higher is because there's a lot of people doing it, whereas when there's a very few people actually grinding squad battles. That, guys, is such an effective way. I highly recommend, if you get early access, grind out squad battle, because on Monday, so let's say you get the game on Thursday or Friday, the rewards come on Monday. If you grind that and you get Elite 1 rewards, guys, that's gonna help you out so much at the beginning. Even if you get like a 86 rated guy who's like BS, he's not that meta or whatever, he's gonna be worth good money. It's gonna go a long way in your squad. So I highly recommend, if you guys get EA Play, if you guys get those 10 hours, first thing would be grind out squad battles. Then the second thing would be finish out the SBCs. The SBCs that require loyalty, if you guys don't know how to get loyalty, basically, put those guys who you need loyalty for to complete the SBC on team, start like 10 games, and then just leave, and they're gonna have loyalty. So I would say use them. And also, guys, you're gonna get money from playing squad battles too. Especially returning players, they're gonna get that like coin boosters and things like that. So I think you're gonna be getting like 1,500 a game. So just imagine, guys, if you guys can play like 20-30 games, that's a lot of money. You guys get coins from that, complete the SBCs on Monday. So imagine you're gonna get packs from SBCs, you're gonna get SBC rewards, and you're getting coins from squad battles. So all of a sudden, guys, you're gonna have this big influx of coins, and you can do all this, guys, before the game comes out. So even if people have the Champions Edition and whatever, those I believe are coming on the 6th, and the 6th is what, Tuesday? Yeah, the 6th is a Tuesday, guys. So you get all your rewards and stuff on Monday. So even before the game comes out, you'll have all these coins and stuff, and things are still gonna be cheap. The price really starts going up once the special edition games come out. which will be on the 6th, like 3 days before the original game comes out, and then they start going up and up. So guys, that's a huge advantage. So I highly recommend you do that. And then once you've done the grind, of course go in, do some division rivals, and just also get a good feel of the game, guys. Once you play, know what the meta is. You can feel like, oh hey, headers are effective, so maybe I want to invest in some guys who have decent pace and can head, things like that. That's up to you. But one thing I would say, definitely guys, grind the squad battles, grind the SBCs. And yeah guys, I forgot to mention SBCs, guys. Go on FUT, you're gonna find the solutions. One good thing on FUT too is, guys, and guys, by the way, I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. If they do wanna I'd be glad to take it, but basically I don't know, it's taking some time. But yeah guys, one good thing is, let's say you want to do an SBC, you can even do it in a way where it's gonna give you the guidelines where you need X amount of chem, things like X amount of nations, and you can use your own players, the ones you have, and then do a different style, because this one is gonna have, a lot of people just upload like the cheapest ways to do them. But this way, let's say you have some untradables, you can even use those and complete them. So I highly recommend, guys. Once you get the EA Play, like those 10 hours squad battles, then you want to do the SBCs and then keep the money. And then again, you can employ those strategies. Maybe again you trade, maybe you buy those cornerstone players, things like that. One thing you have to remember when you think about trading players, like investing in them and stuff, is let's say for example, and these are not going to be the price of, I'm just using this as an example, right? Let's say Lucas Moura is going for 25k, right? And you have 50k, and Timo Werner is going for 50k, and you say, what, for my team I want Timo Werner, but just as an investment I'm gonna get Lucas Moura. So let's say you get 2 Lucas Mouras for 50k. The thing is, most likely they're gonna increase the same amount. So let's say if the price increases 100 or 150%, yeah, Lucas Moura, those 2 of them are gonna be worth, let's say they double in price, those 2 will be worth 100k, so 50 each for Lucas Moura. But then even Timo Werner is gonna double in price. So that's what, sometimes if you're just gonna do some lazy investment, it's better just like buy the player you want initially, like try to at least. So if you say, what, eventually I want to get Timo Werner, screw investing and stuff, let me just buy him outright now, worry about the rest of the team later, things like that. So yeah guys, I hope you found this video informative. I hope I didn't like confuse you guys too much. And yeah guys, please like and subscribe to support the content. And guys, enjoy the year. The first thing of FIFA is coming out, the web app. I hope you all have a good year. I hope we all pack like some good players, guys. Honestly, last year I was not packing many good players. I hope we all have a great FIFA year this year. And of course, you guys know your boys got the reviews on lock. Once the game comes out, guys, yeah, you guys can see I'm not feeling well, but once the game comes out, I got you. Alright guys, peace.